Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to do a video that I'm going to call a beauty blab. So I've been thinking about this recently, and a lot of channels, the majority of channels I would say, and I used to as well, do monthly favorites videos. The issue that I have with monthly favorites, and believe me, I enjoy watching when people do them, is that I don't always have new products that I love, because I'm not necessarily trying that many new products every single month. It feels like a lot of pressure to come up with different products that I love every single month. I think that it's a lot easier when you're getting sent products for PR, for bigger channels. But when you're a small channel like me, I have to purchase everything myself. And so sometimes I just don't really have that many products to talk about. So it feels like if I do a monthly favorites, and I'm trying to get those up every single month, I just don't know that I'm always gonna have something to talk about. So instead, I wanted to do a video where sometimes I may talk about my favorite products. Sometimes I'm gonna talk about products that I don't really love. Sometimes I'm gonna talk about ones that are just interesting to me or that I think are okay. And so that's why I'm calling it a beauty blab, because it's just gonna be a time for me to kind of chat about some products, just all at once, just a bunch of different products. So let's get started. So the first two products that I wanna talk about are brow products, and they're from Maybelline. One is kind of on the newer side and one is not, but they're both new to me. So the first one is this Total Temptation brow product, and this is definitely very new. This is the brow definer, and I have it in the shade 310 medium brown. I like this a lot. I have this in my brows along with this other brow product, and I like this a lot. It's a little bit creamier than I would prefer. It has sort of that thicker shape to it that I really enjoy. I definitely prefer something that's pretty waxy. I really like the Anastasia brow products. I love the Hourglass brow arch, and I don't know, I like being able to put it in my brows and not feel like I'm drawing a line really quickly. So with this one, I have to be a little more careful, but I feel like I'm grabbing for it a lot more than I expected to. It's really nice. So if you're looking for a fairly inexpensive one from the drugstore, this is a good one. And I didn't think I was gonna like this little spoolie that it comes with, because it's kind of a weird little spoolie, but it's perfect. It's all I really need, and I find that it blends really easily, even better than some of the other ones that I use. Even though it was creamier than I usually prefer, I definitely like it a lot. So maybe check this out if you're interested. The other thing is this Brow Precise Fiber Volumizer, and this is in the shade Soft Brown, and this is really interesting. So I will say I don't really love the shape of this brush thing that it has. It's kind of a weird thing. I can't be as careful with it as I would like to be, or I should say I have to be a little more careful because it can go everywhere. But this adds the most fiber and color that I've ever seen from something like this. When I don't have anything in my brows, and like I said, I use both of these today, when I don't have anything in my brows, this is great, and I can just use this on its own, and I feel like it really does add some body to my brows and some color. I feel like some of these, like even the Gimme Brow from Benefit, like I just don't have that many brow hairs, and so it just, wherever I have gaps, wherever I don't have hair, it doesn't do a whole lot. This I feel like is able to add me a lot more. So I was very surprised by this, and this is definitely something that I've been loving. Again, I'm not a huge fan of the brush thing that's on it. It's not even a brush, it's kind of a weird thing. So I wish it was a different type of brush. I wish it was a little smaller. But otherwise, this is really good and, fairly inexpensive. The next thing is a foundation that I've been trying out, and I haven't tried it enough times to say like it's a favorite, but I have been enjoying it quite a bit, and I'm surprised by it. I'm wearing it today. So this is the Covergirl Vitalist Healthy Elixir, and I think that I thought, because of the title, that this was going to be really glowy and dewy and was maybe going to be a little too, I thought that maybe it would work for me in the winter, but not so much in the summer. But I think that it will work for me all year round. This is actually a lot more of like, I don't know, a satin finish kind of thing, than a super glowy and dewy foundation. It says on the back that it's a lightweight full coverage makeup, which I think when you first apply it, it's medium. You can probably build it up to full coverage. And also if you use a brush, I prefer to use a beauty blender, but I don't find that this is like full coverage. It says it hydrates and includes a complex of SPF 20, vitamins, and an antioxidant, and it's oil-free. So it's nice. It has kind of a scent to it. So if you're not into scents, you may not like it. It's not like a perfume, but It definitely has a smell to it, which, you know, can kind of bother me a little bit, but after I apply it, I don't notice it anymore. This is so nice. I wore this for the first time, and in the evening, I went out to dinner with some friends, and I had worn it all day long. I had put it on in the morning, and my friends were shocked that I had not touched up at all. And I didn't. I hadn't really had the time to. I saw that I didn't look terribly oily, so I was like, whatever. And it looked really good. It looked really natural. And it, you know, it didn't look too oily. I was really excited about it after that first time, so I continued to wear it. And at first I actually thought that this was breaking me out because the first couple times that I wore it, I did get a couple breakouts, but then I've worn it a few times since and I haven't had that issue. So I don't think that it is. Like I said, I haven't been using it too much yet. I've only worn it maybe 4 times or so. So I still need to keep trying it, but so far I've been really liking it. I've been very, very impressed. It has a nice amount of coverage, but it's not heavy or cakey. And this has been really good so far. The only bad thing is that it has a terrible, terrible shade range. So, you know, I have a hard time, you know, kind of recommending this and supporting it because of that, especially after all of the Shape Tape nonsense that has been going on. But I do really like it. And this is in the shade Classic Ivory, by the way, which is a pretty good match for me. I'm gonna go charge my light a little bit and I will be right back. Okay, that's better. The product that I wanted to talk about really quickly that does have a terrible shade range is the brand Physicians Formula. They are just famous for that, for having just the most terrible shade range. And this little contour kit, this is a matte contour kit. They have a shimmery one as well, but they don't have any other shades of this. So if this doesn't work for your skin tone, well, that's it. This is the only one. This would work for my skin tone and maybe slightly darker, but that's probably about it. So that's terrible. I hope they come out with more shades of this because this is really nice. I do hate their packaging from Physicians Formula. Like, this won't open anymore, which is annoying. You know, there's a brush on the inside, which the brush is not bad, actually. They usually have terrible brushes, but this is not bad, especially for contour. That's really all it can be used for. It can't be used for anything else. But it has a bronzer shade, a contour shade, and like a matte highlighting shade. And I've been using these all a lot. Again, I can't really say that this is a favorite either because I haven't used it enough, but they are nice. I especially love the contour shade. The bronzer can get really pigmented, so I have to be careful with it, but these are really nice powders. So if you're looking for a contour kit from the drugstore, this is pretty minimal, which I like. Sometimes they come out with too many shades. Like with this one, I feel like I can use all of these. But yeah, this is a good one. I haven't really tried any other contour kits from the drugstore because I haven't heard good things about other ones. And this one I had heard good things about, so I was excited to try it. And I got it really cheap actually because of different coupons and deals that they had going on at the time. Physicians Formula can be really, really pricey for the drugstore, although now I guess everyone else is kind of like joining them because everything's getting really expensive at the drugstore. But this is nice, even though it is a little bit pricey, so wait for a sale. So the next things that I want to talk about are some lip products. One is a lip scrub, like an exfoliator, and one is a lip mask. So the lip exfoliator is by e.l.f. This is just their clear one. It has sort of like a brown sugar type of flavor to it, and it comes in like a lipstick tube, which is what I love so much about it. So many lip scrubs come in a little pot, but I end up not using them quite as much as I use this one. This one I will use very often first thing in the morning. You know, when I wake up, sometimes my lips, you know, have the, you know, different lip masks on it and whatever. And if my lips are feeling kind of dry in the morning, I just kind of go over this. I go really, really hard, you know, on my lips, and it just really works well. I love that it's in a tube like this. It makes it so easy, and it's really cheap. You know, e.l.f. is very inexpensive. And they do have other types now. They used to only have this one. So if you see this, this is great if you want to exfoliate your lips, but you just don't have the time or the patience for a potted one. This is great. I love this. I use this a lot. And the lip mask that I've been loving is this Laneige lip mask. And people were talking about this for a while. This is just a little one that I got in a set. And this lasts me for a long time. Because the thing about this is that you really have to like slather it on. I feel like for it to work, like if I only use a little bit, I feel like it doesn't work that well. I have to really slather it on. But when I do, it just smooths out your lips. They're hydrated and they look super, super plump in the morning. I love this. And I feel like even though you have to use a lot, this is just a tiny little one. This is 0.1 ounce. and I feel like I still have a good amount left in there. I'm not exactly sure how much the full size has. I will put that on the screen. But when I use this up, I'm definitely getting the full size because I love the way this makes my lips look and feel in the morning. I just have been really, really enjoying this, especially in the winter when my lips get super dry. And then the last thing that I want to talk about is something that I have mentioned on my channel a few times if you've been around, but it's RevitaLash. This is a lash serum and it's pretty pricey. They have different costs for depending on what size you get. I ended up finally getting this in a set from Nordstrom during their sale, their anniversary sale. So if you're interested in it, that is a good time to get it. It comes, you know, it's around July time. I think I started using it at the end of July and I'm still on my first tube. This is the size, this is the 0.068 fluid ounces size. Like I said, they sell different sizes. And I've been using this religiously since I got it. And it tells you to use it once a day. That's it. All you have to do is use it once a day. This has changed my life, okay? This has actually changed my life. I used to have terrible lashes. I used to curl them, and pretty much unless I used a waterproof mascara, they wouldn't stay curled, and even then, not great. It was hard for me to find any mascara that I liked because they just didn't really do much for me, and I hated wearing false lashes. I would wear them for special occasions because they just looked so much better, but I just had not great lashes. They were not super long and they didn't stay curled. Now, I don't even have to use a lash curler and I can pretty much use any mascara. I mean, I have my favorites. My favorite is the Chanel Volume de Chanel one, as I've talked about before as well. But my lashes were not curled and I put, you know, just a couple coats of mascara and you can see, I mean, they stay curled, they're long, and it's all because of this stuff. This is amazing. So if you have been disappointed with your lashes forever, I really recommend this. It is expensive, but it lasts a lot longer than they say it will. I love it. The only like side effect that I've had, and you see this in my videos if you've ever seen me without anything on my eyelids, there's a little bit of like a darkness by my top lash line where I apply it every day. But to me, that doesn't really matter. I don't care. It doesn't like hurt. It doesn't like affect me in any other way. That's the only thing that happens when I use this, and it just makes my lashes amazing. So I love it. This is like my favorite thing ever, and I will never stop using this ever, ever, ever. All right, everyone, so that is it. I hope you like this idea for doing a beauty blab. I know everyone does these, you know, monthly favorites, and I certainly, you know, talked about a lot of products that I love and some things that are just okay, whatever, but I don't know, I just liked calling it this so that it's not this pressure of what are my favorites every single month. Let me know in the comment section down below if you like this idea for a video, and definitely let me know what your favorites are for this past month, if you just have products that you are interested in, or if you want to talk to me about them, or you just find them to be okay, or you hate them. I would just love to chat with you about products. That's what this is all about. Please give this video a big thumbs up if you enjoyed watching, and subscribe if you are not already, and I really hope to see you next time. Bye.